These Syrians were celebrating the fall of the Assad regime that ruled over them for more than half a century. When 34-year-old Bashar al-Assad took over Syria in 2000 from his authoritarian father Hafez al-Assad, Syrians were hopeful.
I think we've passed from a period of isolation to a period of openness.
Unlike his father, an Air Force officer who seized power in a 1970 coup, Assad was an ophthalmologist who had studied medicine in London and later married a British Syrian wife Asma, an investment banker at JP Morgan. After his father's death, it took just hours for the Syrian parliament to change the constitution to lower the presidential age of eligibility from 40 to Assad's age at the time, 34.
No solution can be reached with terror except by striking it with an iron fist.
Limited economic changes were introduced and Syrians gained greater access to the internet. But the Arab Spring of 2011 triggered widespread uprisings across the Middle East, including a devastating civil war in Syria. Assad's forces responded with unrelenting violence. Hundreds of thousands of Syrians were killed, including many civilians, while millions were displaced or fled abroad. A chemical weapons attack in 2013 attributed to Assad killed hundreds, possibly over 1,000, marking one of the darkest chapters of his rules. Despite international condemnation, the use of these banned weapons against his own people cemented his reputation as one of the modern history's most reviled leaders. Between 2012 and 2021, Assad is said to have dropped 82,000 barrel bombs, sort of an improvised explosive device, killing more than 10,000 civilians.
We gave up our arsenals a few years ago. Even if we have them, we wouldn't use them, and we had never used our chemical arsenal in our history.
Many civilians fled abroad and millions more have been displaced inside the country. Assad's grip on power was reinforced in 2015 when Russia intervened militarily to support his regime. The alliance launched targeted attacks on hospitals, schools, markets, and apartment buildings, committing deliberate war crimes against civilians. Syria's repression traces back to Hafez al-Assad, who belongs to an Alawite minority group. He seized power amid political instability using divide-and-rule tactics to exploit ethnic and religious divides. In 1982, his forces killed an estimated 20,000 in Hama, crushing a Muslim Brotherhood uprising. Initially, Hafez planned for his eldest son Basil to succeed him, but after Basil died in a car crash in 1994, Bashar, then training in London, was called back to take up the mantle. Now, as the Assad regime collapses, Syrians are hoping for a new beginning.
La journée, elle est incroyable, c'était inimaginable pour nous les Syriens depuis 13 ans. C'est incroyable, on n'y croit pas.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today Newsmo.